What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey. And today we're going to talk about this NBA playoff round one, game 4 matchup between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. All right, so this game will be played at 9:30 p.m. East Coast time. Over-under did open up at 210, Phoenix +1. Line has since moved to the over-under 211.5. And Phoenix +1.5. All right, so let's get into this matchup. Last two times these teams played, right? So the other day, Minnesota beat them 126-109. All right, Timberwolves are one victory away from winning the playoff series for the first time in 20 years, which is huge for this team. All right, the Timberwolves look to finish off a 4-game sweep of the host Phoenix Suns on Sunday night tonight. All right. Wow. After winning the first 3 games of this Western Conference first round series by an average of 18 points, man. Them young dogs barking out there, boy. Them young dogs barking out there, man. They coming for heads, man. They trying to hang pelts. They want to let it be known, okay, that they ain't scared of no big 3, man. These young boys are trying to say the NBA, it's time to hand over the keys. Like, we are literally watching right now the keys to the NBA. All right, because remember, like, let's just be honest, man. The NBA has been ran by the LeBron Jameses of the world, the Steph Currys of the world, the Kevin Durant's of the world, okay? All 3 of those guys are going to be out. All right, the last, outside of, and the Kawhi Leonards of the world, okay? Out of the last 10 years, man, those 3 people that I just named, 4 people have won the majority of the titles. The only titles that haven't been won by them was Giannis's title and Jokic title with Denver. All right. All the rest of the titles over the last 10 years been won by them 3 people I just said. Okay. So at the end of the day, people, all right, you got to understand what's happening and what you're watching. Okay. You're watching history right now. Pay attention. Enjoy it. All right. Now, Anthony Edwards, can't say enough about that young man. All right. He says he hasn't won the series yet. Okay. I'm 22 years old. And I've been sent home twice. So I'm thirsty to get it. All right. Now, the 6-seeded Suns are on the other side of the coin. And pretty much Frank Vogel says it's an opportunity for us to do something that's never been done before. We're going to embrace that. There's no quit in this group. We have to take it one game at a time, and that's where our whole focus will be. Okay? The Suns were viewed as a title contender with Devin Booker, Durant, and Beal. I never saw them as that. If you watched any of my videos from earlier this year, I told you that. When they constructed this whole thing, I didn't think it was going to work. Bradley Beal does not fit. This is not a team that fits together. Devin Booker can't play point guard. He couldn't play point guard in the beginning. That's why they went and got Chris Paul. And then you saw they were successful. I'm just saying, like, that's what he's not a point guard, man. He's a 2. He did play point before, and he was drafted as a point, but he's a 2. Okay, he's a 2. Now, Gobert's been doing good in this series. You know, there's a couple injuries you do want to pay attention to. All right, Kyle Anderson is questionable with the hip. He's dealing with the right hip pointer, leaving the status for Game 4 open. And then as far as for Phoenix, Grayson Allen is nursing that right ankle injury, and it's undetermined if he will be active against the Timberwolves in Game 4. So, in the last game, all right, the starters for Minnesota came out and did what they were supposed to do. Ant played 42 minutes. He shot 12 for 23 and gave you 36 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds. Gobert, he played 38 minutes, 24 seconds. He shot 6 for 8, had 19 points, 14 rebounds. Conley, he played 34 minutes, shot 6 for 11, gave you 15 and 7, Karl Anthony Towns, he played 23 minutes and 50 seconds. He shot 7 for 16, 18 points, but 13 boards, guys. So that's key. When you look on the other side, Kevin Durant played 42 minutes and shot 8 for 18, 25 points. That's a Kevin Durant stat line. 5 assists, 4 rebounds. That's his regular stat line, guys. Booker, he played 41 minutes. He shot 8 for 15, gave you 23 points, 8 assists. That's his regular stat line. And then Bradley Beal, his best stat line, because he ain't been playing all season long. He played 43 minutes, shot 10 for 19, gave you 28 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. So, they pretty much gave you the best that they can honestly give you with what they got. They still got gutted. Still got mollywopped, guys. Okay? And the reason that happened is because on the game, Phoenix shot 46.1% from the field. Minnesota shot 49.4%. Okay? Phoenix shot better than them from the three. They shot 39.3% from three. Minnesota shot 38%. Okay? But in Minnesota had 14 turnovers versus Phoenix's 10. Okay, but it's the rebounds, man. It's the rebounds. It's the matchups that made this game go the way it did. Because you got 50 boards to 28 boards. They are getting slaughtered on the boards, man. And they don't match up well with this team at all. Minnesota is way too big, way too strong, way too young for these boys over here in Phoenix, man. I'm just saying. I tried to tell y'all earlier, but ain't nobody want to listen. Okay? When you look at the fast break points for these two teams in the last game, all right, and how that kind of played out, all right, you kind of see a little bit of something, okay? Because you see fast break points, only 8 for Minnesota and 16 for Phoenix. Points off turnovers, though, that's the key. 21 points off turnovers for Minnesota versus 11 points off turnovers for Phoenix, guys. So when I said you see something in the fast break, you see that Phoenix actually was doing their job out there. They're doing what Phoenix is doing everything they can do. Okay, they're doing everything they can do. They just do not match up with these boys at all. They never held a lead in this game. All right, never, not one time. All right, the largest lead in this game is 24 points for Minnesota. Phoenix, none, 0 was the largest lead. All right, so when you're looking at these two teams, man, and you're looking at how they've been playing and what's been going on, man, the last 10 times they matched up, it's 6-4 to Phoenix. Phoenix has won 6 of the last 10 games. Okay, Phoenix 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games. Problem is those 3 games was all playoff games, guys. They've lost 3 straight against Minnesota, and they've been covered on 3 straight times. Now, prior to this, they covered on Minnesota all season long, beat them 4 times straight, and covered on 4 times straight. All right. So Minnesota had a nasty taste in their mouth entering into this series. Okay, this series has gone 6 to the over and 4 to the under in the last 10 they have matched up, and so far in the playoffs, it's 2 to the over, 1 to the under. All right, in the last 10 games that Minnesota's played, they're 7-3 straight up. All right, they could care less about a spread. They're 5-5, but that's going into the regular season when they did lose to Phoenix on the last game of the year. Okay, 106 to 125. Like I said, they had a nasty taste in their mouth, and they was ready to do what needed to be done entering into this game and into this series. Minnesota's 7-3 to the over in their last 10 too. All right, so you got to kind of pay attention to how they've been scoring. They've been putting up some numbers, and then when you look at Phoenix is 4 to the over, 6 to the under in their last 10. They ain't been playing well at all. Okay, and they ain't been playing D. And there's just so much going on for this team, man. This was just I don't even know what they were thinking when they put this team together. I'm going to be honest with you. I tried to tell you. I didn't know what they were thinking. So straight up, on the road, okay, Phoenix, that's not on the road. At home, Phoenix is 25-17 as a home team straight up, and Minnesota is 27-15 on the road. Now, as a road favorite, Minnesota's 19-5 straight up, and as a home underdog, Phoenix is 1-5. 1-5. When they are home underdog, 1-5 straight up. Okay, and then against the spread, as a away favorite, Minnesota's 14-10. Whereas as a home underdog, Phoenix 1-5 again. 1-5 again. Okay, so if they don't win, they don't cover. That's just what it is. And they ain't usually, they don't cover. It's 80% chance they don't cover and they don't win this game. Because Vegas has already put them in as the underdog. Vegas would not put them on as the underdog in this current situation, given the fact that they're about to get swept out the playoffs, given the fact that they got 3 Hall of Famers on the team. If they weren't 80% to losing in this situation. That's why the number's the way it is. Don't get tricked. Pay attention to the signs. All right. When you look over under in this current situation as a home underdog, it's 3-3 for Phoenix. All right, which means they have zero control over how they play out in this situation for some reason. And the numbers do not lie. And because when you look as an away favorite, Minnesota's 13 over 11 to the under, man. So pay attention to the signs. I give you what I give you for a reason. Okay, in this current situation, in the last 3 games, Minnesota's averaging 117 points per game in this series, and Phoenix is averaging 99. What more do you need to know? Minnesota is locking them boys down. They killing the boards. Like, unless KD comes out and goes for 40 and Booker goes for 40 and Beal goes for 30, all right, I still don't even see where the rest of the points going to come from. They don't have a bench. They don't have anything. Like, you can't construct a team like this, man. I hope GMs are learning. You can't construct a team like this. It don't work. You got to have somebody else. You got to have bench players. Like, look at what's going on with LA. LA had to figure out that they needed more than just LeBron and AD in order to do something over the years. Anyway, when you look at these two teams, man, all right, so the Timberwolves have won each of their last 10 games as road favorites after winning as underdogs. The Timberwolves have covered the spread in each of their last 6 games as road favorites, and 5 of the Timberwolves' last 6 games as favorites against the Suns have gone over the total points line. And when you're talking about the Suns have lost each of their last 9 playoff games as underdogs. The Suns have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 9 playoff games as underdogs. And each of the Suns' last 4 home games following a home loss have gone under the total points line. Listen, I already took Minnesota twice. They were offering a boost, so I had to get it on the boost too. So I took Minnesota twice, money line. That's where I'm leaning. All right, that's how I'm feeling, guys. I also like the team total points over for Minnesota. I think the boys gonna come out and put up some more numbers, man. I love Edwards and what he's doing for the NBA. That's what the NBA needs to be. It needs to be dogs, just like it used to be, man. I like them over the 105.5. I think they get there. I think they do what they supposed to do, man, in this game. I like Phoenix under 107.5. I think Phoenix is gonna get held down. Now, could they get over that? Yes, possibility. That's why it's a lean. You know what I mean? Might not play that one. But I'm definitely playing that over 105.5. I love that for the Timberwolves. I already got them twice on the money line, guys. Twice. Like, it is what it is. Okay? With multiple units. So, at the end of the day, y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe, man. I'm going to see you at the window. Peace.